And my team that you see on the screen, my wife, my children, myself, we've been doing this for 30 years. All right? So, but the Havilah Hollow Coins was founded at the birth of my youngest son. All right? That's when I put the wrote the code. That's when I, at the birth of my youngest one, my pressed down, shaken together abundance was complete. All right? So, Hollywood Grill, 30 years straight. Seer VR and Seek AR. Seer VR and Seek AR. GTEL. GTEL Communications. GTEL USA. GTEL Communications is across the water in Zimbabwe, the headquarters. And we bridging the gap between GTEL Zimbabwe and GTEL USA to distribute all over the world this 5 links opportunity. All right, so let's break down the industry. How big is the industry? So, the direct sales industry, just to give you an idea, the NFL, $10 billion annually. Movies, $11 billion annually. Music, $17 billion. Okay? There are more millionaires created from direct sales than from any other industry. Direct sales industry has $182 billion in it annually. All right? You heard that? There are more millionaires created from direct sales than any other industry. And what we're about to do in direct sales is about to change the whole industry forever. And it says, what's your why? The Havilah Hollow Coins. So when we did our run with 5 links, Thomas Felder was a master of the presentations. And Thomas Felder would start his presentation off with a video of E.T. inspiring the Miami Dolphins. This was his very first gig with the NFL. Very first gig with the NFL. And the video, of course, went viral. But he was talking about Kevin Durant wearing the number 35 and what it meant to him, because that was the number of his coach, and his coach had passed away. So E.T. broke down that number and what that coach meant to Kevin. Every time he got on the court, that was his why. What's your why? And then he challenged the Miami Dolphins to have that same mentality, to give 120%. Because when you have a why, you're not going to give 70%. You're not going to give 50%. You're not going to give... The video was viral, but Thomas saw that he could use it to inspire individuals to join his business. Genius. And so I asked you the same question. What's your why? And then I answered the question. Havilah Hollow Coins. What's your why? Havilah Hollow Coins. So, the 5 links principles are these: restoration, rehabilitation, procreation, transformation, transfiguration. 5. Once again, I'll give them to you again. The 5 links principles are restoration, rehabilitation, procreation, transformation, transfiguration. And so what's your why? Why would you why would you desire to have those 5 principles incorporated to your life? Probably because you have no time, or you're in debt, underpaid, overworked, or you realize you're living in an artificial man-made disaster of an economy. Well, 5 links, Havilah Hollow Coins is the solution. What's your why? Havilah Hollow Coins. So the traditional business model is this: 40 hours a week for 40 years, and then your wallet is empty, dead broke. And you're in a pyramid, and you're at the bottom, blue collar. Then you got the white collar individuals above you, lower level managers, middle managers, upper managers, directors, vice president, president, then the owner, and you're on the bottom of all of that. What's your why? Havilah Hollow Coins. You are the CEO. So what's our industries? Smartphone industry is 503 billion. The wellness products like Organo Gold, Hope and Bugs. So yes, we're using the 5 links. Direct sales business as the model, because this was the one that ET and I made the covenant with Thomas and what I call the 3% Access Network. But while we were running with them, we were involved in other direct sales opportunities as well. Organo Gold is wellness coffee. And in that industry alone, it's a $6.8 trillion industry. Wellness products, $6.8 trillion. Okay. Then you have entertainment, streaming, and VR gaming, 280 billion. Fitness clubs and spas, 571 billion. Wellness lifestyle real estate. So Oprah Winfrey shot a documentary about a place called Loma Linda, California, in the blue zones. She took Dr. Oz out there, and it was new to them, but this has been our lifestyle. Okay? The most beautifulest in zones. The most beautiful a thing. Don Mudan in zones in the world. Wellness lifestyle real estate. And then when Oprah shot the documentary Deepak Chopra, she chose Deepak Chopra to go and try and create this Ayurveda wellness real estate community of spas and all of that. So we gonna show you, since she came to study our lifestyle, you can't come study our lifestyle and go to Deepak Chopra to apply it and give it to the world. We just owning a lifestyle that you came to document. We taking our lifestyle back. We taking ownership. We taking dominion back. And in that wellness lifestyle real estate, that's a $884 billion industry. And then the cryptocurrency industry, where our Havilah Hollow Coins dominates, is a $2.5 trillion industry. What's your why? 5 links, have a hollow coins. That's why we here. So what 2 things do? We help people save money. We help people make money. We help people save money. You get customers. You earn Havilah Hollow coins. You get business partners. You leverage your time and your efforts. And you help a team of people make money by going and getting other people to do the business. There's some people who may just want to have access to the phones and the VRs, and they could just purchase the phones and you will get paid off of them having the service. But there's other people who would want to do the business and get their stream of income from Havilah Hollow coins and be your business partner. So those are the 2 things we do. Help people save money, meaning on your smartphone, on your cell phone, or businesses could use our phone instead of trying to use the other competitors to try and communicate better. All right. Two-way, two-stream. This is what we do. Help people save money and help people make money. All right. Get customers. You're the CEO. And so in this company, you're going to earn 4 times more than what they were paying the multimillionaires the first time around in 5 links. So if you earn 10 times 20% commission on products and sales, 10 customers. No. Get customers, and they say you earn between 10 to 20% commission. So if we multiply that by 4, that means you're earning 40 to 80% of commissions with us. $500 in sales times 20% is $100. So $500 in sales times 80% is $400. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. It's $400. 80% of 500 is $400. All right. So what we saying is we pay 4 times more, because our Havilah Hollow coins is 4 times more than Bitcoin, 4 times more than Ethereum. So we 4 times everything. We 4 times what we pay when you get customers, when you help people save money and help people make money. Pay 4 times more than they were paying before. Get 5 referrals and get your phone service free. And get any services that you selling free. All right. Your customers refer other customers. You get paid. If your customers who not even in the business, but if they love the service or whatever, they tell somebody else and they come to you to get the service, you keep getting paid. All right. $5,000 in personal plus referral sales times 20% equals $1,000 residual income every month. This was the screen that used to get people in the business. Now imagine it's 4 times more now. $5,000. So collectively, they saying if you turn, let's say, 10 people on with new G-Tel phones with our VR headset, right? And it equals up to $5,000. You multiply it, they used to multiply it by 20%. You would get 20% of the $5,000. We multiply it by 80%. All right. So instead of $1,000 every month, you get $4,000 every month. on 50, and then plus, once you hit the 50 customer club, they pay $250 monthly. We pay an additional $1,000 a month, 250 times 4. When you hit 100 customer club, they used to pay $500 additional every month. Residual income. Residual income means every month $500. So times 4 is $2,000. So if this was a money screen for the old 5 links, this is a supernatural money screen right now. All right. So what you're doing is you leveraging time, and you distributing have a hollow coins. So quick start bonus was $200 when you got 2 people. When you went out and say turned on the phone and got your phone and your own personal VR headset, you would get 15 points, customer points, right? And then when you went out and you got 2 other people to do the business with you, you would get $200. So multiply that by 4. Now you're going to get $800 when you do it. All right, it's another money screen. What's your why? 5 link hollow coins. All right, so for you, when you get 2 people, or when you get 20 members times 50 customers, they used to pay 50 cents commission. That equaled $500. So 4 times that, 20 team members with at least a minimum of 50 customers, we saying we paying $2. And so that makes 5, that's $2,000. When you get 200 team members plus 50 customers times $2, that used to be $5,000 with the old 5 links. Now that's $20,000 a month residual. Then when you got 2,000 people in your team with a minimum of 50 customers, they was only paying 50 cents, and that was $50,000 a month. So now that's $200,000 a month residual. And it was some people in 5 links that had hundreds of thousands of customers. This says 50 customers. There was some individuals who had hundreds of thousands of customers. You heard me? Okay. Customer acquisition. Okay, you could go through these screens. All this just means is more money, more money. Okay? So, let's break down the categories. Senior Vice President. All right? The first major milestone is Senior Vice President. All right? What do you get what's the reward, the benefits of making it to Senior Vice President? So, 5,000 stock options. So that means 5,000, instead of 5,000 stock options, you multiply it by 4. All right? That's 20,000 stock options. BMW car allowance. Multiply the BMW car allowance by 4. Annual vacation. Now you get 4 of them. You used to get 1. An expense account. And whatever the expense account was, now you multiply it by 4. And that's a monthly account. And Thomas and them will verify what the numbers were at this level. So the next, all right. So in between senior vice president, it was a position called platinum, but I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to go to the top spot, which was diamond. All right, a diamond senior vice president. You earned, if you had to have a minimum of 300,000 position bonus. All right, no, that's what you got when you hit the position. You got $300,000. All right, when you made it, when you grew your team to be a diamond, you got paid $300,000. So we multiplying that by 4. So that's 1.2 million when you hit this position. And then monthly allowance was 10,000 at this position. That's on top of what you was getting residual. Your residual is still what it is, but this was on top of your residual. 10,000. Now it's 40,000. And you got another 10,000 stock options. So you get another 40,000 stock options. So the stock options that we're talking about, we got a wellness lifestyle, a real estate investment trust fund, Michael's Angels investment. It's a real estate investment trust fund. So the stock options that we talking about is shares that are being invested into our real estate investment fund that will allow us to purchase the wellness lifestyle retreats and build our resorts on them. And then when you hold these stock options, we pay monthly dividends out to our shareholders who've invested into the real estate investment trust fund. So the dividend payments are on top of all of the other payments that we talked about. And we pay everything in Havilah hollow coins, which is 4 times more than Bitcoin in value. $1 we've revert because we back the dollars that we taken out the system with Havilah gold and silver. The US dollar has all of its value back in it now. So the dollars that we collect, our dollars, are unlike the US dollar right now, it's worth 1 penny. That's why they stopped printing pennies. Your US dollar is 1 penny. Our dollar, when we exchange our Havilah coins, when we get the dollar, it's worth 100 pennies. So it's 99 times more valuable because we exchanged our Havilah hollow coins. So it's now backed by gold and silver, pure gold and silver, unlike the worthless dollars that's in circulation. All right.